Hey guys, it's Janie. Welcome back to the Crafting Bookworm. We are on our final prompt for May for our spring into summer challenge. Okay, welcome back, you guys. If you're new here, I appreciate you coming and joining us in our creative antics. So yes, we're on our last prompt, and I was supposed to stay in order this time, but I didn't again. I skipped around again for May. And we're on number 4 here, which is a snippet roll and something vintage. Okay, I told you guys also that I was kind of avoiding this one because I didn't really have snippet rolls. I got one that was like an advent calendar that I got from Bobby. She sent to me, and I'm not tearing that up. So I had to make one. So here is my snippet roll, you guys. This something vintage. This whole snippet roll is vintage. Okay, everything on here is vintage. And I'm going to show it to you. Let's pull off my paper clip. So here it is. I don't know what the norm is for snippet rolls. I've never made one before. So this was actually pretty fun to do. And if anybody would like me to show you how I did it, then I can't show you all of it, you guys. I'm trying. It is pretty long. But anyway, if you'd like to see how I made it, just let me know in the comments, and I will show you. However, there are more who are more talented than I am that can show you the proper way of making a snippet roll. So this is just my attempt at it. Like I said, I don't know what the norm is or what creative aspects are supposed to be on a snippet roll. But what I have used on here is we've got vintage Reader's Digest pages, which was my bottom. Now, what I did was I just took one piece of my coffee dyed paper and made the strips and attached them all together to make this long enough for a roll. And then, as I said, I used Reader's Digest, little torn pieces of that, and that I also got some vintage ledger paper from Vanessa at Clemens Crafts. Some hymnal pages, also vintage from 1940. And we did some of this is my Tim Holtz little pieces and bits and stuff. And I feel like I need something else right there. I need some other ones in this area. So I used those. That's these little bits. And then I did stamping all the way from one end to the other. So what I thought we would do today, first of all, I'm going to add something right there because I don't like how bare that looks. I was just happy that I finally made one, and then let's see, let's go right here. Oh, it's going to go over my stamp, but that's okay. Oh, that's the same as that. We can't have that, can we? I probably have a lot of duplicated ones. Let's just glue this. Yeah, I was just glad that I finally made one, and it's done. I have another little... These things are so hard to get out of here. Unless you just dump it, the whole thing. This is different. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do for this is we are going to make a hidden or altered paper clip with a piece of this. So, well, this is actually the direction that I was working, was this way. But yeah, that's my snippet roll, you guys. So we're going to make an altered paper clip, and I'm not going to cut this. I'm going to try to tear it to keep that look about it. And we don't need a really big piece. Just that. And this is going to be our paper clip. Okay, I will roll this up in a moment. Okay. So we can move this now. And I got some scorched timber here, and we are going to ink around this entirely. And we're going to figure out what else we want to put on this snippet to put on the journal. I think I might want a little piece of lace on here. And oh, I got some scrap ones over here. But I think these are not what I want. That one's not bad. I don't know about that. What do I have over here? Oh, I've got some purple right here. Let me cut off a little piece of this purple and see what we think of that. Instead of this. Because it is a spring journal and I would like it to look springy. I like that. I think I want to put a sentiment on it too. I got these. I also got these. My sister sent me these. I think my sister sent them. I need to keep better track of who sends me what. Pretty sure it was my sister though. What do we want? Now they've got these ends on them that I can just cut that off. I bet I can just pull this whole thing off. Pull this out. And then we're going to snip off. Or try to. I think it's still going to have a little bit of a bump, but it'll be okay. And I want to put that up here in the corner. Do I want to do it like that, or do I want to take this out? But that looks more real. Or do I want to put like a brad instead? Let me see. Sorry for the reach, guys. I gotta get into my brads. Do we want a colored one? There's green. There's a purplish. And I'm going to have to, let's see, here's some, oh my goodness, you guys. Let's see, I need to, I think I need to cut a bit of that off. Alright. Do I want something else behind that besides the lace? I don't think so. I think that'll be okay. Let's pull these down. I'm sorry, guys. I was probably out of frame just now, wasn't I? Okay, let's see. I gotta push this down on my mat over here just to make sure that okay. Alright, let me get these little pieces of metal off of here. Oh, and those. I think actually that's just flaking off of the metal pieces. Okay. Alright, I like that. I would have liked to have been able to use this little piece, but I don't think I can get that flat enough because it's got yeah, I can't get that flat enough to use because that would have been really cute. We're just gonna stick to that. Okay, so let's get this down. We're not sewing. I'm one of the few that does not sew. Oops, let's go this way. Nope, we don't want to go that way. I'll get it together, you guys. We want to go this way. We do want to go that way. Okay. Well, that's pretty. And now let's get this. Yeah, I'm just not one to... I have a sewing machine. I had one a couple years ago. It broke. It was just a beginner's. So my husband got me one this last Christmas. And yeah, I have to get used to it is all. That's all it is. It's just getting used to it. Okay, let's hope that that's going to stay on there. Okay, now for sentiment. What kind of sentiment do I want? I kind of like this strength. So let's cut that. It took me, I don't know, probably an hour and a half to make that snippet roll. I was just throwing stuff on there, you guys. I don't know the first thing about making them, but it was pretty fun. It was just kind of like reckless abandonment, you know. Yeah, that looks cute on there. Do I want something under that? I don't think I need something under that, do I? But yeah, I was just in there, had my worship music playing, and just sitting here tearing paper, and I think I've said this before, but what takes the longest for me is the inking of the pieces, because I want it inked. I just enjoy inking, so that took a lot of the time. Okay, so we're going with that. And that's going to go right there. So yeah, it was actually pretty fun to do it, so I might find myself doing it more. Now, I have done like the master boards, and I didn't like a single one of them that I did, and I still have them, but they're like sitting on a shelf somewhere just wasting away, because I just look at it and I'm like, what was I thinking? Yeah, but you know, I did those like right at the first time I saw someone doing a master board. I thought, hey, I can do that, and I didn't end up even liking what I ended up with. So there's that. I think that's pretty cute. So now we got to make it an altered paper clip. So we're going to, oh, I have a paper clip right here. Oh wait, that goes on my snippet roll. Well, it doesn't matter, I can get another one out. Okay, so I need a little piece of paper, cardstock. Let me see. Okay, so I got this little piece. Let's just get this as even as possible. We don't need it to be, I might have cut that too small. Let's see if the paper clip fits it. It doesn't. Oh, we can go this way though. We'll go this way. Okay, we might have to trim, we'll have to trim the bottom of it. Let me see if I can find a smaller paper clip. I found some small ones. This one's just not quite big enough for those. I haven't used these in a long time. Gotta figure out how to open this. Let's just go with the white one. And so now we're gonna have to change the length of this because we don't want it. We don't want it showing. So I'm going to cut right there. That is much better. Okay, we're going to put the paper clip on. Let's see, what do we want? We'll have the white to the inside, I guess. No, I don't really want the white to the inside. So let's change that around. I want the white to the outside. And there, it is pretty much hidden. So you can't see it. Okay. I'm going to take our glue. And we're going to glue this onto I'm not going to add a I'm not going to add trim or anything or a topper to it. I think it makes a statement just the way it is. And there we go, you guys. I'm going to let that dry a little bit. Okay, so yes, let me know if you'd like to see how I did my snippet roll. And I will be happy to do that. Let's get our journal. Okay. So, last time we were in this last signature right here. So now this, we want to find a place to put it. Kind of like it on there. It's pretty. Why not? And there we go. I like how it turned out. I think it's really cute. Yeah. And then something can be attached back here. I wonder if that's a good idea to attach something there though. Yeah, I know I'm being picky. Okay. Ooh, that paper looks like it's getting a little beat up in here. That's some very vintage rag paper right there. I got that from Vanessa at Clemens Crafts. This is a fold out. Could we hold it together like this? Would that be a good idea? Yeah, I kind of like it on that. And then we just have to take it off when we want to, when she wants to flip that open. So now I'll be sending this off to Bobby, and she will work the last prompts in here. So what did we do? Okay, we did the journal card. Let's find that journal card. That was textured. That was this one. We did the modeling paste right here, and we did and I just added some splatters. So this one was journaling card and texture elements. Okay, and then we've got the envelope flip out, which was this one, and collage. This whole journal or envelope was a collage, and then we went ahead and added a journaling card for inside. I felt like I needed to put the card inside of it. And then we did the jumbo tag, which is back here, and then this one was the paper doll and splatters. Then here's the jumbo tag. And then what we did today, which was the Snippet Roll and something vintage. So yeah, that's what we did. You guys make sure that you go over and visit Bobby too and see what she is creating, because she's doing these same prompts in that journal. So now we'll send these off, and we will be working on June's prompts. Yeah, so it's been really fun. It's starting to get some weight to it. And now when we send these, Bobby will keep this one, and I will keep the one that she sends back. We won't be sending them anymore. We'll just be working on the last prompts. But that is all I have for you guys for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this. So stay tuned for in June. We will continue with our last 5 prompts. But I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks so much for staying tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.